matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
For the first time with Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Shotgun snap for gone. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And the Colts first down.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Carry on Johnson. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead.
The kick is good.
And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Colts 7, Texans nothing. Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Now the first carry for Marlon Mack. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Mahomes.
That's complete to Moss out of the backfield.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Mack. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
The ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. And a hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 33. 27 yards there, a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Here's Mahomes to throw. And it's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will bring it
This time a season ago, had a fumble return for a touchdown and a pick six last year, and he delivers another pick six right here. The extra point up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On second down, here's a run with Matt. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
The ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
40-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 44, Goff. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, Goff. Screenplay, Johnson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. That is caught by the rookie from Bama. It's Henry Ruggs.
Goff's pass.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
12 yards.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. To the air again. Goff. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say?
I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20. Touchdown, Houston. K.J. Hamler. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability.
For the extra point.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And returning it, here's Hamler. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Here comes Pettis on the return. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, Goff. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
A gain of 5.
3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. On 1st down, it's Johnson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. He goes right back to Metcalf, this time complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is gone. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts add on to their lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. To the left side here for Eifert. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
To Tyler Eifert. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Colts.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Mahomes again. It's picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Goff now looks to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 2nd and 10, gone. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 18. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. His throw at about the 5. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd and goal. Goff. And it's caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Henry runs as the first half is winding down. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Campbell, incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it. And a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Right.
Tackle made by Adrian Phillips.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. That's caught by Howard. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Gillen. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
The kick is
and
good.
It's up and good.
Makes the score Colts 35, Texans 7. Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were. The Colts pick it up. He lost the football.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They'll run on first down with Marlon back. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Staying on the ground with Mack. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
The ball carrier.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out on the field to try to make up for it.
Because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Love. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A gain of 9.
Where just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 31. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Mahomes going to throw. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A nice gain at 21 yards.
First and 10.
Remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Here's second and 2 now from the 3. This is the rookie from Vanderbilt, Keyshawn Vaughn. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Brought down.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Devin White on the
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3.
Nelson on the tackle.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Play. Second and 10 at the 3-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. They run once more with Dillon. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Ball carrier. The tackle made at his own 5-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A toss, left side, Johnson. Oh, he sheds himself free, and he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40, the 20, 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So after about as long a play as humanly possible without scoring, here's 1st and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they take a knee.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he was unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they will take a knee here.
Jackson on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down and goal.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. Mahomes now on 1st down. And they can't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Texans on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here's Love. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Colts on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They go to Johnson again. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone. And the football will come out to the 20-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go right back to Mack. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the give, this is Mack. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Texans.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Indianapolis, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game gets